In 1974, humans sent a radio postcard into space, the Arecibo message, a pattern of dots and dashes describing us, our chemistry, our DNA, the solar system, and the dish that sent it. 27 years later, a new pattern appeared in a wheat field beside the Chilbolton Observatory in England. It was the same format, but rewritten. Different DNA spiral, different solar layout, different figure. No tracks, no entry points, and the plants weren't broken, they were softened and folded. Whoever or whatever made it understood the original message perfectly. But instead of answering in radio, it answered in geometry. Every summer the fields wake up before we do. Circles, spirals, lines that repeat the same geometry found in shells, in galaxies, in sound waves. For decades they've been called hoaxes, yet every investigation finds the same trace. The stalks aren't broken, they're bent, the soil isn't trampled, it's charged. Something changed the structure of the crop from the inside out. In 1996, a short video appeared. A farmer's field near Oliver's Castle in Wiltshire. Two spheres of light glide over the field, and in seconds a formation blossoms behind them. No noise, no machinery, just light-shaping matter. Skeptics call it edited film. Researchers who tested the field call it microwaved vegetation and ionized air. Whatever it was, the pattern matched a frequency, a visible note. When investigators step into a real formation, the first thing they notice is silence. No insects, no birds. The air feels ionized, as if a storm just passed, though the sky is clear. The stems are soft bent at the node, not snapped. Each one shows signs of being heated from within. Water expanded, the cellulose softened, and the plant folded neatly at the joint. Under microscopes, the soil crystals look as though they've been exposed to a brief pulse of microwave energy. Compass needles spin, radiation meters click once and fall quiet again. That's not something planks and rope can reproduce. Every genuine circle hides a ratio. When mapped, the geometry of the spirals matches standing wave patterns from sound experiments, cymatics. A violin string, a human voice, or a planetary hum can make the same shapes on a plate of sand. It's as if the field has been played like an instrument, a single tone pressed into the earth until matter remembered it. The ancients carved the same ratios into temples, barrows, and cathedrals. Now they bloom overnight in Bali. Most of the major formations appear along a narrow corridor in southern England, Wiltshire, Hampshire, Oxfordshire. The same land that holds Stonehenge, Avebury, and Silbury Hill, ancient markers on magnetic seams. The Oliver's Castle film didn't just capture orbs, it showed them over one of the oldest ley line junctions in Europe. The coordinates weren't random. They sit on the harmonic grid, the same lattice that builders once used to tune stone to the planet's resonance. Maybe the patterns aren't messages from elsewhere, but responses from here. Earth itself vibrating under increasing solar pressure, releasing its own somatic signatures. Or maybe they're communications through energy we still can't measure, light, magnetism, and intention interlaced. The orbs seen in Oliver's Castle resemble plasma spheres, ionized pockets of air guided by unseen fields. Natural, artificial, conscious? Each theory leaves a piece missing, like the unbent stalk at the center of every circle. When researchers converted the measurements into sound, each pattern played a tone, A minor 528 Hz, 432 H, frequencies long associated with healing and balance. The fields weren't vandalized, they were tuned, as though someone or something was reminding us that geometry, sound, and life are the same language. So the next time a new design appears overnight, maybe the question isn't who made it, but what does it want remembered? Because if the earth can sing, then every circle is a verse. And those who learn to hear the pattern may rediscover the original conversation between matter and light. When researchers convert the Arecibo and Chilbolton patterns into tone, each plays harmonic frequencies linked to the geometry of life, hydrogen, carbon, DNA. That suggests the message isn't a warning or invasion code, it's instructional. It reminds us of structure, how life is tuned, how information becomes form. Maybe the circles are lessons, not messages to us, but for whoever still remembers how to listen. If the stars speak in light and the earth answers in pattern, then crop circles are the meeting point, the translation table between sky and soil. If it isn't human or natural, then it's a signal, a controlled burst of energy shaping matter to carry information. Not written in words, but in ratios and harmonics, the only language every consciousness can read.